If you're craving that true MMORPG feeling, you're in the right place. This is my top 10 MMORPG-style games across 2025 and 2026. A mix of titles you can jump into right now and the big upcoming releases that are about to take over your free time. Expect massive worlds, long-term progression, group fights, and that addictive grind that keeps you coming back. Drop a comment with your most hyped game, and let's get into the list. ArcheAge Chronicles looks like it's chasing that true MMORPG feeling. A big living world where you're not just finishing quests, you're building a character that actually grows over time. The combat vibe is more action-focused, so it looks like you'll be moving, dodging, and timing abilities instead of just standing still and cycling skills. What stands out is the scale. The trailers make it feel like a real online world with wide zones, different biomes, and threats that clearly aren't meant to be handled alone. It gives off that classic MMO loop. Explore, gear up, refine your build, then team up for bigger encounters where roles and coordination matter. If they nail group content and endgame progression, this could become one of those games you sink months into. Right now it's not playable yet. It's targeting Q3 2026, and it's planned for PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series XS. Ashes of Creation is the kind of MMORPG that feels like it's trying to bring back the old-school magic. Not just grinding gear, but living in a world that actually reacts to what players do. The big hook is the node concept. Areas can grow into towns and cities over time, and that changes what quests, vendors, dungeons, and even conflicts show up. So instead of the world feeling static, it's meant to evolve based on player activity and politics. Combat also looks like it's built for modern MMO players. More movement, more decision-making, and a focus on builds that can play differently depending on your role in a group. And with large-scale events, caravans, and open-world objectives, it looks like the kind of game where guilds matter and server communities actually form stories on their own. Right now, it's playable in a limited early access, testing-style access on PC, but it's not a full launch yet. If you want an MMO that's aiming for massive scale and long-term progression, this one is absolutely a name to watch. Palia Elderwood is the chill MMO pick on this list, but don't let the cozy vibe fool you. It still has that shared world feeling that makes an MMO addictive. The core is all about building your life in a persistent community, gathering, crafting, cooking, decorating your home, and slowly upgrading everything until your little base turns into something you're proud to show off. What makes Elderwood feel important is that it pushes the adventure side harder. It's not just farming and chatting. It adds a fresh area to explore, more progression to chase, and new reasons to team up with friends. And because the game is designed around social play, it's the type of MMO where you log in for 10 minutes and suddenly you've been helping someone craft gear, running around exploring, or decorating for an hour. And the best part is, Palia is already playable, so you can actually jump in now. With the Elderwood update tied to wider console availability, it's set up to be a perfect, relaxing MMO option for 2025 to 2026. Aion 2 is basically a comeback story, a new generation take on a name that MMO players still remember. The vibe it sells is classic MMORPG fantasy, but with a modern look. Huge landscapes, dramatic set pieces, and that I'm getting stronger every session progression loop. You can feel the focus on building a character that isn't just cosmetic. The power curve matters, your skills matter, and your gear grind is meant to be the main journey. What stands out is the scale. The trailers lean into big environments, fast combat moments, and the kind of encounters that look designed for groups, not solo runs. It gives off that old-school MMO energy where you log in to chase goals, unlock better abilities, farm upgrades, meet people in hubs, then head out for content that feels like a real adventure. And because it's a major MMORPG release, the expectation is clear. Long-term endgame, guild play, and a world that keeps expanding with updates. Right now, Aion 2 isn't globally playable yet. The global release window is listed for 2026, and it's expected on PC and mobile. New World, Aeternum is that action MMO where the world feels dangerous the second you step outside town. Combat is the big selling point. It's more about aim, timing, and movement than spamming hotbars, so every dodge and hit actually matters. You're constantly juggling your build, your weapons, and the way you approach fights, which makes it easy to get hooked on improving. It also nails that MMO routine people love, running quests, farming rare materials, crafting gear, and then jumping into bigger activities where teamwork matters. Between open-world exploration, dungeons, and large-scale faction battles, it's the type of game that can turn into a main game fast, especially if you're into PvP drama and endgame progression. And the best part is, it's not just a future promise. New World Aeternum is playable right now, and it's available on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series XS. Throne and Liberty is built to feel like a classic big world MMORPG, the kind where you log in and instantly see other players everywhere, from city hubs to open fields packed with activity. The scale is the first thing you notice. Wide zones, long travel distances, and that constant sense that something is happening in the world even when you're not the center of it. Combat leans into flashy abilities and group play, so it's the type of MMO where your role matters more once you start doing serious content. You grind your gear, refine your build, and then the real fun kicks in when you're running higher level PvE or stepping into PvP situations where teamwork and timing decide everything. The game also has that MMO politics vibe. Guilds, alliances, and territory-style conflicts that can turn into full-on server drama. And because it's designed for long-term progression, you're always chasing the next upgrade, better skills, stronger gear, and tougher bosses that actually demand coordination. Right now, Throne and Liberty is playable, and you can jump in on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series XS. Where Winds Meet is the kind of open-world RPG that feels like an MMORPG even when you're playing solo. It drops you into a wuxia-inspired version of 10th century China, where every road looks like it's hiding a story, or a fight you're not ready for yet. Combat is the star. Fast martial arts moves, parries, stylish abilities, and that learn the enemy rhythm that makes every duel feel personal. What I love is the freedom. You can roam, chase quests, uncover secrets about your character, and still get pulled into bigger moments that feel designed for groups. Tougher encounters, shared objectives, and social hubs where you naturally meet other players. It's also packed with side activities, so it's not just constant combat. It's a world you can actually live in. And the best part? It's already playable, available on PlayStation 5 and PC, with iOS and Android support as well. Dune Awakening is basically survive Arrakis together. This isn't a cozy MMO where you stand in town showing off gear. It's an open-world survival MMO where the planet itself is trying to kill you. You're managing heat, water, and sandstorms while scavenging resources, crafting equipment, and building a base that actually matters. And then there's the real Dune tension. The spice. Every run for it feels risky, because the moment you get greedy, you're exposed. To other players, to the environment, and of course, to the sandworms. What makes it feel MMO is the scale and the politics. You're not just leveling up. You're pushing territory, trading, teaming up for big objectives, and getting dragged into faction conflicts where strategy matters as much as firepower. It's that mix of PvE survival pressure and PvP danger that keeps the adrenaline high. Right now, Dune Awakening is playable on PC, and the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series XS versions are planned for 2026. Horizon Steel Frontiers takes the Horizon fantasy and flips it into a real MMO loop. You're not just hunting machines, you're doing it in a world packed with other players, where teamwork actually matters. The trailers lean hard into that signature machine hunting gameplay, setting traps, targeting weak points, breaking off parts, and turning a fight into a strategy puzzle instead of a button mash. What makes it feel different is the hunter customization. You're building your own machine hunter with tribe-style identity, gear setups, and roles that look designed for group fights. And the world itself looks huge. Wild biomes, metal ruins, massive machines roaming around, and encounters that feel like raid moments, even out in the open world. You also get that Horizon flavor, with movement tools, mounts, and fights that look built around coordination, pulling aggro, setting up stuns, and capitalizing when a machine is exposed. Right now, it's not playable yet. It's announced as cross-platform for iOS, Android, and PC through NCSoft's Purple platform, and while there's no official release date, reports are pointing toward a late 2026 launch window. Chrono Odyssey looks like one of those MMORPGs that wants to feel cinematic. Not just a world to grind in, but a world you actually get lost in. The big hook is right in the name: time. The trailers show this idea of bending time in combat and exploration, so fights don't look like simple stand and trade damage. It feels more like you're reacting, repositioning, and using abilities at the perfect moment to turn a battle around. The world also looks massive and moody. Giant landscapes, dark fantasy monsters, and boss encounters that scream, "Party up." You get that classic MMO feeling of preparing for a hunt, gearing up, learning patterns, then taking down something that's clearly designed to punish sloppy play. And visually, it's one of the cleanest looking upcoming MMOs, with that heavy, next-gen atmosphere that makes every trailer shot feel expensive. It's one of those games where the endgame potential is huge: raids, guild progression, and a long-term gear chase if the systems land right. Right now, Chrono Odyssey isn't playable yet. It's targeting Q4 2026, and it's planned for PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series XS.